Welcome everybody. Today I'm in the beautiful city of Liverpool. Known worldwide for its football club and the Beatles, I can assure you there is much more to see in this city. And that is exactly what we're going to explore in this video. So Liverpool was originally founded in the year 1207 by King John, but it didn't actually become a city till the 1800s due to the fact it wasn't big enough. So for over 600 years it was just a borough. So I thought it'd be fitting that we start here at the Albert Docks. Originally, these were called the wet docks. It was only a small trading station for a very long time, until in the 1800s when this place opened up. At the time of these docks opening, they were super advanced. From being fireproof from the outside, to people being able to import the stuff before the taxes are even due, these docks became a place that would dominate global trade for a very long time. So now we've got the facts out of the way, I think we should walk into the docks and see exactly what's going on. So in the year 1980, these docks were officially shut for commercial use. I know I just said that wrong. Since then, at a time of hard labour, the place has now become somewhere you can spend your hard-earned money on either a swanky hotel, the Beatles Museum, or you could even go for a Costa. Remember when I was about 10 years old, we went on a school trip here, because it's not very far from my hometown, probably about 30 minutes, and we got on like a little blow-up boat thing. It was pretty cool. I don't really remember it so vividly though. I wore a coat today because it has been freezing, but now the sun has decided to come out, so I guess I'll just suffer in peace. And what you see right in front of your eyes here is the River Mersey. I believe you can take like a river cruise down the River Mersey, but I don't think that's really up my alley. On that other side there, that is the Wirral, separating it from the city. There is one main thing I love about the city, and it is the architecture. What you can see up there is the liver birds. They look like they're hanging on with a thread. But yeah, I love to walk around here all the time and just look at the buildings because they are very beautiful. If you don't know what the liver bird is, it's basically the representation of Liverpool. It's like the symbol, you could say. If you watch my previous videos, you probably know what's going on with my jaw. Yes, it's still fractured. Haven't had anything done to it yet? No. I went to the hospital, but they haven't yet contacted me back. This is Liverpool 1. It's basically the big shopping place in Liverpool. There is another one called St. John's, but this one is much more vast. And as you can tell, it's a Saturday because it's so goddamn busy. It's nothing special. I just wanted to show you guys a shopping centre, because we have one in every city and every town in the UK. What you see here is basically the terrace of Liverpool 1. If you want to come here, be aware, there's a lot of 15-year-olds with disposable vapes. So it basically just smells like cherry up here. So here is Liverpool Cathedral. It was quite the walk up a big hill. The cathedral was designed in 1904. Between that year and 1978, it was completed. It's actually the biggest religious building in Britain and the 8th biggest church in the world, which is a fun fact. I've been to a lot of cathedrals in my time, and I can definitely say this is a big one. Wow, you can really just feel how big it is from the inside. So these are the type of tools they use to build cathedrals. Virtually every nook and cranny is so intricate. I've got to say, what a beautiful cathedral that was. Considering it's near my hometown, I'm surprised I've never been to it. Very glad I have. It's cool to go to places that I might have never gone unless I'm making a video, which is kind of weird. If you're looking to get up to things you shouldn't be doing, this is the place for you. But I'm not staying here for long. I'm moving on to the next place. So here we are at St. George's Hall. The foundation was laid in 1838 to commemorate the coronation of Queen Victoria. The building didn't actually get finished until 1854. And the purpose of it is because the people of Liverpool didn't think they had enough place for festival and party and things like that. So inside, it contains festival halls and old law courts, old prison cells, but the only use of it today is a museum for the law courts and if people want to get married and things like that. And the statue of the man on the horse there is actually Prince Albert. He was Prince Consort of Queen Victoria, obviously, and I believe this statue was built to commemorate his death. The thing I see about St. George's Hall is the outskirts aren't really well maintained. There's moss growing on the lines there. Obviously these buildings were built to be preserved. I know the insides might be preserved, but the outside matters just as much. And there is your statue of Queen Victoria. And again, and there's some vandalism. It's very different to abroad, because abroad, if you violate a statue, you're gonna get fined. There's cameras on and things like that. But here, there's not really consequence. That's why things aren't as well preserved as they are in different places. But hey, you gotta love Liverpool. There is actually a museum inside of St. George's Hall. that you can visit for about £10. And then there is the City of Liverpool Museum over there. Obviously, I'm not going to be going into the museums in this video because it'd take all day to video them. So if you ever visit Liverpool, I highly do recommend visiting the museums because there's a lot to see about the history of the city, how it was built, how it was revolutionised. So if you didn't know, outside of London, Liverpool was the second most bombed city during World War II. Well, a lot of buildings, especially that way towards the docks, were bombed due to the fact that it had a major port and they needed to destroy things coming in and out of the country to obviously try and get on top of the war. A lot of the buildings down that way in Liverpool have been rebuilt since, and that's why it looks a bit more modernised with the liver buildings and stuff. And I think in every major city there is definitely like a radio tower, because for some reason it needs to be that tall. I couldn't tell you why it's that tall. Maybe someone knows in the comment section. If you do, let me know. This part of the city I'd like to call Morefields. It's generally the business district of the city, I think. I used to actually work in an office over there doing sales. There's not actually much around here because it's quite slow, it's business, I believe there's some uni accommodations. Nothing really that interesting. I forgot the one thing it is actually home to, and that is a lot of Irish pubs. Because if you've ever been to Liverpool, you will know there was a hell of a lot of Irish pubs. But it's now day 2 of me in Liverpool. I didn't get a lot of footage the other day, so I decided to continue it. And currently we're outside another statue of one of our past monarchs. As you can tell, like all the other ones, they're very well looked after. So we actually did record more footage, but I did get a new phone and I had to back it up, and I lost about 10 minutes worth of footage. So anything you see today, I'm going to go and walk through it again just so you guys can have a good look at the city. I think this statue was built in 1901. It sure looks older than that. You know, we've got some nice profanity on the walls. But I wouldn't expect anything else from England. And here is our beautiful city centre. I can tell you something. You can come out here for like an hour and you've got a full day of activities. There's people preaching, there's people singing, there's delivery drivers, and there's plenty of shops for you to see. If you're looking to get your Liverpool FC gear, there's some huts there. And of course, like everybody else, they sell Prime in there. I wonder how much you pay for a bottle. So this beautiful building behind me is called Blue Coat. It was the first ever building to be built in the city centre in the early 1700s. It was originally opened up as a charity school, but in the 19th century, the school was moved to the suburbs, and this opened as the UK's first art centre, and that is still what it stands as today. It's crazy, before any of this was here, this building stood. And this looks like some kind of painting on St. George's Day in 1843. They did a parade. It's pretty awesome that the history just still stands, because a lot of old buildings are knocked down usually to make way for the city. So this is St. Luke's Church. Looks pretty normal from the outside, but if you remember what I said earlier in the video, that a lot of Liverpool got bombed during the war. This is a beautiful piece of architecture that was part of the attack. You can't really see a good shot from it here because the gates are unfortunately closed. As you can see, there's no roof and there's not really an inside of the church. And that's because during the May Blitz of World War II, when Liverpool was bombed, this building got heavily attacked. I believe now it is a pub. I'm not sure how they got the permissions to put a pub in a structurally unsound building, but other than that, it's a pretty cool thing to see, and the fact that lots of it are still standing is pretty much incredible. Here's an actual different angle of the building. As you can see, it's pretty bad, the destruction of it. At least obviously, as I said, some of it's remaining. It's really just a small fraction of the damage that was done to the country during the war. Obviously, a lot of the buildings are being rebuilt and modernised. There is still pieces of history you can see just trapped in the time, really. It kind of amuses me when you're around areas like this, because right now I'm outside a building that was built in the 1800s that got bombed out during the war, and then across from me are super modern buildings that don't really seem to fit in, but you've got to have uni accommodation somewhere. I've only walked down the road a little bit and I seem to have found another cool building. I'm not really sure the purpose of that building, but it looks somewhat like a community centre right now. Obviously the architecture is beautiful on it with the pillars and things like that. And I believe if you walk more that way, you're almost exiting the city centre. I think what fascinates me most about Liverpool, it didn't really become a city until the 1800s. So all this was built over the span of about 150 years, which is literally nothing if you think about it. What it's become, and making a major port in the UK, it's a very busy city. It's probably one of the most busiest cities in the UK in the span of 150 years. It's almost incredible. And that is about it for today's video. Ran out of things I want to show you guys around the city. I've almost showed you everything I want to see. And it is my second time recording it, so it was even harder to get through it this time. But I enjoyed every second of seeing the city again, going through cool things I haven't seen in a long time. Like, I've never even walked through here before. It's some kind of old church garden, surrounded by more modern buildings. but it's pretty awesome. So if you did enjoy today's video, it'd mean a lot if you could leave a like and tell me down in the comment section what you did enjoy about it. And if you want to see any other cool places around the world or in the UK or anywhere like that, let me know in the comment section as well, because I want to go to places you guys want to see. And other than that, that's about it. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you later. Peace.